Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get this entire thought out of my system here. This entire thought is that I believe in America. I believe so wholeheartedly in America, in our way of life, in our way of being. Even though America as a whole is in the shitter. I think every person knows that and feels that intrinsically, right? Because here in America, you can be shot for just about anything. You can be shot for an argument. You can be shot for having an opinion. You can be shot for being a school student, right? You can get shot for going to see the movies. But more than anything here in America, even though it's all bullshit, even though we have a knockoff fucking Vladimir Putin as our current president, right? You can argue either way of the fence. It's pointless. That's not what I'm here about. Where only 20, well, where 20 to 30% of our country worships his fucking scrotum like it's the third coming of Jesus, right? Now, again, that's something else that you can argue about, but that's not the point, right? Where no matter through all of this, all of the current division that is just constantly happening in this country, they are turning us against each other wholesale in every single way that they can, all right? It's okay to have disagreements with people. It's okay for you to not agree with me whenever I say those things about Trump, right? It's okay for you to argue with, well, not so much to argue, but to disagree with me on any point that I ever make, any thought that I ever have. It's fine to disagree with me. It is a good thing to have people disagree with you, right? Because it has you fact checking one another. It has you actually thinking maybe in a different way than you have before, right? That's how we've come to where we are as a human species, right? It's constantly comparing and contrasting yourself with other people and how they do things, why they do things, where they do things, when they do things. And that's what brought us to where we are. But the fact that we're so divided as a country now that we can't just disagree. We have to morally and fundamentally hate people because they disagree with us. And that is awful. That is dangerous. That is some of the worst stuff that can happen, right? Because nothing gets done if you're not talking, right? My grandmother says it best so simply as saying people can't talk anymore, and that is such a problem. Now, all of that is super negative, and I know it's super negative, but I still firmly believe in America. I think we can turn this around. It will take a bit of time, but it will happen, right? Because there's one thing throughout all of the travesties, all of the terrifying things constantly happening around us that they're shoving in our face, that they're dividing us over, that they're doing everything. There's one thing that I've seen America do better than anybody, at least to my knowledge, and that is the ability to dig our heels in and just hunker down and weather through anything, right? It doesn't matter how much we hate who our president is. It doesn't matter how much we hate our neighbors. It doesn't matter how much we hate our job and how they're doing things around us, how the powers that be that command what we do day to day, no matter what they do, we muddle through the shit. Every day, I hear, whenever I was working, every day, everyone hated their job, but yet they'd still round themselves right back up and come in tomorrow, right? Because that's what needed to be done. We are so good at just getting through it that no matter what's going on, no matter how things turn out right now, we will be here tomorrow. We, no matter what, will still be here tomorrow. And I think so many people are worried about so many different things, rightfully so, that they just don't stop and think that we've already been through so much. We've been through so much and we're still here. And we will end up going through so much more. And we will still fucking be here. It doesn't, yes, we will be shaken, but we've been shaken before. We will be bruised. We will be beaten. We will be fucking traumatized, but we're still going to be here. The world, everything can throw whatever the fuck they want at us. We will be knee deep in the crock of shit, but we'll still be here, right? And I think that that's just something in light of so many things that have been happening all of the time around us, people start to think that maybe we will fall apart. Maybe we won't be here. Maybe things were just going to get worse until things fall apart. America doesn't fall apart. We're still going to be here. It doesn't matter how shaky things are now. We're still going to be here tomorrow. We're still going to be here in a year. We're still going to be here in a decade. We're still going to be here in a century. And I think that people really need to hear that. That people really need to be thinking like that. That the right now matters, but in the long scheme of things, it's just another president. It's just another phase in what we're going to be going through, right? Eventually, things will turn out better. They have to, right? It's just, it's going to. They have to end up better. It can only get so bad until eventually, even if it's by complete and utter accident, something good will happen. It's just a waiting game. That's that's all it is a waiting game. Something good is bound to happen eventually. And I know I'm going to say it's cope. It sounds like cope, and that's okay. It can sound like cope. You can think it sounds like cope, but I do believe that America will make it. America will make it to tomorrow. America will make it to the next decade, to the next century. It doesn't matter how fucked up things are right now. It'll be okay. We'll make it through. And I'm just going to put here, that's kind of the end of that thought. I'm going to put here, I'm sorry that it's been a couple days since I uploaded, and this upload is going to be at 8 p.m. my time. And it's kind of, I'm going to say out there, it's kind of, to me, it's out there. It's a heavier thing to think about, it's a heavier thing to tackle, and it can be extremely divisive. I don't mean for it to be divisive. I don't want it to really be divisive. There's a lot of bad in the world, but good is going to come. It doesn't matter how you think at it. It doesn't matter how it gets there. It will happen eventually. That's a better way to put that. And like I said, I'm not looking for this to be divisive. I'm not looking for this to be super anything. Just more or less to maybe get someone somewhere thinking in a slightly different manner, right? And that's all I'm really aiming to do. Um, but yeah, as I said, I'm sorry that it's been a couple days. I've been super busy. Um, I've been super busy, and then I just had no energy either yesterday or the day before, so I just kind of, I just decided not to. But I did record another, like, this is the fourth time I've tried recording a video today. The first one, I loved it. I loved everything that I said and did. It wasn't this exactly, but I went back to look at the recording to make sure that everything went okay, and it was muted. I was so heartbroken. I was so like I was devastated. It actually like I'm not going to say it ruined my day, but it really like upset me and it made me really sad. And I tried to immediately record another one, and like my head just couldn't get into it. It was just like, nope, we're not doing this. And then I tried to do it again a couple hours later, and it just no. My brain did not like how I was explaining things because the first time I did it perfectly and it felt great. Um, but yeah, so hopefully I'm going to get back onto a schedule. I just need to get a video up so that I can get back into the swing of things, right? Um, but yeah, also I was having a bit of trouble the past couple days coming up with like topics, right? Just on the way back home, I came up with this one and I felt emotional about it enough that I'm like, you know what, we're gonna try it. We're gonna let this one ride and see where it lands, you know. But I want to say thank you to anybody that watched. I know I'm gonna say it's kind of like a ping pong, me going back and forth with emotions. Um, well, not yeah, with emotions, like with what I'm saying. But I apologize again. Hopefully, it doesn't end up divisive. But thank you to anybody that watched. I do appreciate you for watching. Especially if you watched this far into the video, I really do appreciate that. But yeah, so I want to say see you in the next one, hopefully.